Welcome to the instructional handover video for the Chausson X550. So we're going to have a walk around the outside, then we're going to move on inside the vehicle. So this is based on the Fiat engine. So you'll see here that we've got your AdBlue and your diesel filler point. We've got your bonnet release catch, which is found just here. And then under the carpet, underneath this compartment here, is where you will find the engine battery. So that's directly underneath there. Underneath here, this is where you find the leisure battery, and this is the passenger seat. Under the driver's seat, you will find the toolkit. The windows themselves fold in manually, and they'll electrically adjust from inside with the little joy pads that are there. So you can see it's got the power sign on the front, which means it's the 160 brake horse. The bonnet release lifts up just using the little yellow lever, and that's going to show you where the negative point is there, and just down there is where the positive point is, just hidden behind the cap, just there. On the opposite side, we've got your oil, dipstick, and in the corner here, your screen wash. Moving round to the driver's side, we fitted a additional awning, so this is not standard. This is the black Fiamma type awning. And then into the driver's side, we've got your window switches, and we've got your mirror switches. You do have a series of fuses that can be located there, and that's for the cab, and your handbrake is on the right hand side of the actual seat itself. Towards the back of the vehicle, we've got the lever that empties the wastewater, so you just pull that and that empties any of the grey water that goes down. The compartment here, which is worked off one single key, you do have a spare within the set, shows you where your toilet cassette is. To lift out the toilet cassette, you lift up the handle, slide the unit out, and this must only happen when the blade inside is closed. I'll show you that when we go inside the vehicle. The little orange circle depresses the vacuum, so allows to flow out at a steady stream. And the top here is screwable off to empty it out. You've also got wheels and a handle for pulling it along. Once it's cleaned and emptied at the correct disposal point, pop it back in, put your chemicals either in at that point then or just beforehand, and that will allow you then to use the toilet again. So on the back, you've got the pre-mounts for the reversing cameras at the top, so that's just the little circle there. You'll see that the reversing camera and the pre-mounts for the bike rack. Going round onto the passenger side, we fitted a refillable gas system in here with the adapters. So that's just a single 11 kilogram bottle just in there, and then to open that up, you just twist that and pull that out to allow you to put gas into the vehicle. We've got a larger compartment here, which leads into the inside outside area. So you've got your makeup cushions there, but that's your wardrobe area, just there. Forward of that, we've got your filler point for filling up your fresh water, just there. And then in front of that, we've got your hot and cold shower point, just located in there. The attachment for that will just be inside the vehicle. Underneath, we've got your point here for the mains point, the boiler cover for the hot water. So when using it on electric, you can leave the cover on. When using it on gas, you'll need to remember to remove that cover, and that is for the boiler. And you'll see there's a little symbol here, just denoting where the freshwater drain is. So the drain point is directly underneath the vehicle. Just there, you'll see that there's a little black bung that goes on the end of the pipe, and that is to hold the fresh water in the tank. You will need to remove that bung when you're wanting to empty the fresh water completely. So that's the outside. Let's move on inside. So the door works off the central lock-in. Just open it up, just like so. We've got a blind on here, and we've got a fly screen on the door, and we've also got an awning light just above that. So inside the vehicle, we'll just close the door behind us. You can lock the door manually from inside by pressing the handle like so, and open it up again just like that. The main control panel can be found just above the fridge and the freezer. And to turn it on, press the top left button here. Yeah, so that gives you the first option with your power. To put the lights on, press that button there, and there are a series of light switches that can be found around the vehicle to turn on the varying lights. You will have some extra switches that are found underneath, just on here, like so, turning it on. Yeah, so just have a look around for the varying switches. For some of them that might not be obvious straight away. And again, you'll see that that lights up just underneath there. The next button along is your water. So turn it on when you want to put the water in your vehicle. So once you've filled up the fresh water, you'll need to turn on that button to activate the water coming through and into the vehicle. The one next to that is, on the top right, is your awning light, so your exterior light. At the bottom, we've got the voltage in the habitation battery, the level that is in your engine battery, your water level. So at the minute we've got water in here. Yep, so it'll go up to the top. Once you start using it, this will come down on the dial. And then lastly, you've got your brightness. So if you want to turn the brightness a bit up, you'll press and hold it and you'll see it go up. And if you want to turn it down, keep pressing it and it will go down in brightness. Depends how bright or light you want it in an evening mostly. There's two buttons just at the side here, the display buttons. The bottom one says that we're plugged into mains, and the top one will light up once your engine is running. That is basically saying that there is feed from the engine battery to the leisure battery. You'll see in the corner here, we've got your plugs for both your aerial, a mains plug, and that is where the solar panel charger is found. We've also fitted to this a Wi-Fi booster, so Motorhome Wi-Fi system, and your TV bracket is just there. To remove the TV bracket down, you just pull that and then that will slide out. So just like so, just pull that down and that will release the pin to allow the TV bracket to come out and change the angle. And then you just slide it back in and lock it back in place. Got a couple of coat hooks just down here for you. And then into the back, first of all, so you'll see your toilet. Yeah, so you'll see if it is full, that it will indicate a light. If you open that valve up, that light will go out and that will open the blade to the toilet. You've also got a flush here that you press to allow water to go into the toilet unit. Underneath here, you've got a little storage unit, accessibility. Push that, and that releases your sink. Mixer tap, just make sure that you turn it over the area there, and you can mix it to hot and to cold, and then lift it up when you want to do it. When it's finished, turn it away to the side, and then gently just lift it up, and that will go down the drain, which you'll just see is located underneath there. Clip it back in place, and that will load it in place for transit. Two buttons above it will give you accessibility to your storage, just there, and the light switch for this area is located just there. On the opposite side is where your shower cubicle is, and what you would do when you wanted to shower is you'll just gently move the items out of the way and slide that all the way around. I'll just show you now. So just like so, you'll need to move this shower head just up and down and to the side. Press the button, that will release it up and down, just for this sliding compartment to slide all the way around, and that will screen off your toilet area. Above it, we've got a little winding handle to open up the ventilation, and you've got a towel hook just down there for putting any towels once they are done. You've just got to be gentle sliding it back round. It's a curved unit, so just be gentle, make sure there's nothing in its way, but you'll see it is as simple as that. And then we'll go all the way back round to show your little pockets for your storage, for your belongings that you're using. We have a door divider as well, so just release that, and that shuts off the toilet area when you're using it. We also have another door that opens up and just acts as a little bit of a changing room area there. We've got all your storage, so in the pack here is where all your belongings will be for the vehicle. Carpets, comes with a mains cable and shelving units down below. On the opposite side, we've got the accessible wardrobe area with the varying bits in here. So there's your shower, inflation kit, you've got your fire extinguisher, you've got then your carpets, your makeup cushions for the beds, the external screens and your awning pole. So good storage for such a short vehicle. Underneath as well at the bottom there, we've got accessibility in there as well. All soft close, so let him close and then push him in. The handles here, underneath the handle they have a little button that you press in and that will just move the little paw fit in there. We've got your utensil drawer, above that double USB charging point, the bed button for lifting up the bed and the table button and the main socket. Get under that, we've got accessibility for storage, and then the bottom one is an actual opening one, and inside there you will find all your gas isolation valves. So that's in the eventuality of you thinking that you've got an issue, we would revert for you to check those and make sure that they are in the right position. Underneath this side we've got again another area for your belongings, and we've got your gas, on-2 gas and your electric hob. We've got your sink and we've got the oven grill option just down here. So pretty straightforward. That's your igniter, your grill is to the right, your oven's to the left, 1, 2 for your gas fittings and your electric elements just there. Do make sure that you follow the sticker and let it cool down before you do close that. On the windows, they all have a fly screen and a blind. That's the same throughout the vehicle. On the actual overcab ones, you'll see there they've both got fly screens and blinds. And it is a winder handle. You can just see there. So just pop the handle down and then wind the window up. That will allow the ventilation to get in the vehicle. We've got storage under this one here, and then that leads us into the main living area. So the table is a split table. It extends, it opens up, it will also twist 360 degrees and allow you to have that in multiple places. To make up the bed, you'll need to have it in the middle section for it to go down. Now the bed itself and the table will only operate once there is a key in position, and that key can be found just in this compartment here. Yep. You'll also see tucked away in there you've got a couple more USB charging points, so that's where that's located. Yep. So there's a little light switch here which will do the little spotlights on this side and the same on that side with the spotlights there. So to get the bed down, I'll do this in stages. I always find it easy to remove the cushions first of all, and I'll do this as first step. So that's showing the cushions out of the way. Now this will also show you where the seats are. So these have the fold up seats. So what you do is you pull this lever back towards you and then lift up the seat. Just like so. You'll see that you've got your own foot space, and if you then aren't using the foot space, you then can slide this compartment across and that gives that a bit of additional storage. Yeah, you've got storage underneath that front compartment and then slide it back round for your foot space. They are Isofix as well, and they're the same on both sides of the vehicle. While we've got this up, we'll show you where your boiler is located. So this is located underneath here. The one thing you've got to remember is this little yellow toggle valve is your drain for your boiler. So when it starts getting cold, lift that up and that will drain the water out the boiler. You've also got a fuse in there for your pump, and your main charger location can be found in there as well. So that is the hot water boiler. So on this side with the seat, I'll lift this up as well for you. Just there, and you'll see there is a designated place for the headrest to go in. A little inspection hatch here is for your fresh water, and then you've got your Isofix on that side as well. So getting back to making the bed down, you need to put the table down first. Press the button, and this will release the table down. Now just be careful if you don't move your cushions that you don't catch anything. When you want to lower it down to its lowest point, it will automatically stop for you. And then you want to extend and then lift it over. So this supports just on the edge here. Okay, so that would be the first bit. To put the bed, you press the bed button down, and that will lower the bed. Now if you don't want to, the bed will work in that position. You don't have to do anything with the cushions, and you can have the bed higher up. If you want it all the way down, you'll need to move the cushions out of the way. And as it says, there are a few different steps just on the side there, and that will lower it to its lowest level. The lights, just press on, and on the end of it, you've got USB points as well for charging on both of them lights. So that is your bed fully down, just there for you. The little safety nets can be hooked onto these, and they go on to that bit of the bed. The ladders are there, and the safety nets are already there. So that's the bed in that position. And like I said, pressing the button again will then raise it to the height. And this will be determined by the height of the ladders, unless you want to lift anybody into here, small children, etc. Yeah. And then that will go away. When you're storing it over winter, we do tell you to just drop the height of the bed down a little bit. It stops any condensation building up when you're not using the vehicle. But otherwise, put it up to the height that you can do. You can put pillows in there and cushions. Just be careful that you don't put too much load on the bed itself. But coming back to here now, I'm going to put the cushions down and show you how this bottom area works. So to make up the additional berth, you will place the two cushions supplied with the vehicle in this formation, along with the seats on that side and the seats on that side. Yeah. And the table sitting on the guide rail, pretty self-explanatory. It'll only go one way, but that's how the bed works out underneath. And then we're back to the everyday living area. In the cab side, we've got passenger airbag, glove box, cup holders, locking button, hazard lights. You don't have a heated rear window, obviously. You've got your aircon. You've got the Exent screen, which is compatible with sat-nav, but you do need to buy a card separate. You've got your DAB. You can link your Bluetooth to that. On the side windows, you've got the lifting up blinds. So slide this back and then lift it up. And that's the same on both sides, and then gently push it back in. And the front one, just lift it over the little clip, and that then blacks off the front area in an evening. We've got your automatic gearbox, so this is on the new 9-speed one. Steering wheel controls, leather steering wheel. We've got the picture roof light, so opening window with a blind and a fly screen on that as well. So the seats swivel using the little bars on the inside, so when they're forward facing, they'll only lock in forward facing. Release that back and that will spin the seat around. And then we've got adjusters on the outside to lift up the height of the seats. The bar at the front allows you to slide it forward and backwards, and you will need to slide it forward and backwards just to navigate it around both the handbrake and the steering wheel and the passenger door on the opposite. We've got seat belt adjusters, so just lift them up. That will lift that up, and you've got little hooks and handles for getting access in. Little storage pockets either side. So again, I keep referring to the storage, which is really good on a small vehicle. Heating wise, we work off the diesel heating, and this works off a controller here. So what we simply do is turn it on, and you'll see that the little light lights up. That will then give us heating in the vehicle. Now you can run this in transit. You'll see the light start flashing. Completely normal this, guys. It's just the actual startup of the unit. Once it's started up, turn the temperature up to hot or cold, and then when you finish, turn it off. Dead simple. So that's the heating. Up here are your hot water controls, and once you've shut that little yellow lever that I've showed you before, you can either select the gas side of it, so it's a three-way switch, so switch it up or down to decide what you want on the gas and on the electric. The middle position's off, so make sure when you've finished, leave them off, just like that. When you want it on, either flick it on to the smaller setting, or sorry, the lower setting on the bottom, the highest setting on the top, I think it is, or the up, and then on the gas you've got 70 and 50. Yeah, so depending on what you're using, depends on what action you do, but that is for your boiler, for your hot water, and this one is for your heating. When you're turning it off, turn it to the 0, the light will go off. Underneath that we've got our fridge controls. So this is the Dometic unit. So basically, I want to press the button on and it will light up. Yeah, you'll see it also lights up in the unit. Then you want to either select the mode. So using this mode button, you want to either select auto, battery, gas, or mains plug-in. So basically what you've got to remember on this though, guys, is that on the automatic it will do what it's done now and it will search it. The battery is only operational when the engine is running, and the gas when the gas is turned on. Temperature wise, if you want to turn it down to the minimum, press the button there, and up to the maximum, press it again. When finishing the unit, press and hold it, and the lights will go off, just like so. The little catches to hold it in place when you're travelling, and you've got a nice freezer compartment in there as well as your fridge. So, not going to lie, it took me a little bit to find this little bit, but this is where your main RCD breaker and your main fuses are located. So it's in between the seats, behind a magnetic panel. So the magnetic panel goes back in place. I'll show you. Just like so. And that's where you would find any of your fuses where you're wanting to use them. Just behind that panel there. So this concludes the instructional video for the Chausson X550. We hope you enjoy your experiences, the video. Look forward to your comments, but most importantly, we look forward to seeing where this beautiful motorhome takes you. Thank you. Bye.